Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now on first down from the 30. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Looking downfield, it's Peppers. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Man, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand, option football, I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Finds his man down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Complete in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Peppers. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
On third down, he drops to throw. They're trying to get to him. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it in the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Peppers. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Western Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got a wide open receiver. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Still running at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He makes the grab. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Montgomery. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The offense set for a first down play. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. It's caught. And they're able to get him on the ground.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep him at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Scanning the field, it's Peppers. Got the quick pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. They'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Peppers. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT there.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 12 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
First half, with the score, Kentucky 28 and State 3.
The Wildcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Dropping back, it's Peppers. Extending the play. He chucks one out to the right. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're going to throw it again. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting this position.
And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
At the 20. 1st down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Coming after him. And the ball slipped out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Penn State! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Quarterback checking off. They want to run it left here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Wide out in motion. To the air. It's Montgomery. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
The quarterback is taken down and sacked. A 15-yard loss on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down.
Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Peppers. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Defense might bring the house here. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Penn State! And here they come, almost all the way back. Got to start start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Swings it out to the flat. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The running back carry. Losing 5. Second down coming up.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Montgomery. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That is just the play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I love those smashes when you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big by the defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. The play action fake. Escapes the sack. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Showing the arm strength to the left. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot, and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kentucky 35, Penn State 25.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Let's go! They'll go to the ground.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking for a man. It's Montgomery. Using his feet to buy time. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Penn State offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Fires to the big fella.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTEP has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over North Texas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to get to him. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Dropping back, it's Peppers. Back open in the middle.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field,
and he's thrown another interception. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. He slings it deep to the left. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive.
That makes the score Kentucky 56, Penn State 25.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over first and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's on target and complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
Second down coming up.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going over the top. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Looking to go up top on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today. Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. To the air, it's Montgomery. Oh, he makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Getting some heat. He's going to fire deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead, though it's a little unusual play call.
Second down coming up.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us.